Start recording. Okay, now we're good. Now I gotta hit start streaming. That matters. Okay, on our way back. Let me double check the stream page. I thought I had this all set, so I apologize. Yeah.
Oh no, apologies. We get to see this Alienware ad again.
Nice.
It's the best.
Weird game.
I love it when Magic, the card game on Steam 2013, says best played on Alienware.
Yeah. Rah.
Maximize your card games.
Dude, you're getting a disguised Dell.
Why did we all move? Oh, I know why. There. I'm not Vash. Oh, I'm Nash. Sorry.
Bash the Stampede?
Yeah.
$2.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what happened there. All right. This is for real now. So here we go. We begin proceedings in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to There Will Be Dungeons at therewillbedungeons.com. We're doing D&D, folks, so pull up a chair, relax yourselves, and get ready for a good, fun time. Before we get started, a quick email from one of our listeners, viewers / participators. And they say the following. This is David. I thought about it back when the explosion at the buried desert complex, but after this weekend's episode, I have an idea about Nash. The first paragraph's a little weird. My thoughts are the dragon engines somehow contain or imprison actual dragons. The self-destruct at the desert place released that dragon from the engine. Nash has some kind of connection to dragons or the engines. When we're near a dragon or dragon engine, he has this very strange reaction. Could Nash have some kind of dragon gene in his ancestry? Is his eye in connection to the dragons? Or perhaps, is it a little mini dragon engine? Maybe reason he has the connection and or can hear voices when the engine's near. It reminds me of Harry Potter's Horcrux. Well, that wasn't it. It was Voldemort's. Anyway, so he is connected and can hear when others are near other Horcruxes. Enjoy the show. I am as much both excited on Monday to listen to the latest episode at work and depressed when it's finished because I know I have to wait a week until the next. Thanks for all you do, David. Bo, you may not want to comment on any of that, but fans have theories.
Thank you for your email, sir.
Yeah.
It's my new favorite kind of email is the theory on backstory and plot.
Like mustaches and facial hair.
That's maybe not my favorite email, but
Do we get any emails about that? We get a lot of tweets and fan art about it.
We have a lot of people who are convinced, myself included, that John his character has full facial hair. John,
hotly contested topic, I think.
And John has contested it in the past, but everyone draws you with facial hair.
Well, and then I finally caved and said, okay, he has facial hair, and then the next bit of fan art had none, so...
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what you get for fighting fate or something.
Yeah,
Here's the
not having
question
a
then,
backbone.
Stanley. How fast can you grow facial hair?
Yeah.
So if you wanted to grow a goatee, how long does the team have to wait until you have one?
I don't know, that seems like a DM ruling to me.
Yes, because I know how long it takes for facial hair to grow.
Prestidigitate that mustache back.
Is there a prestidigitation form for hair? And hair
I mean,
removal?
I guess I could create 3 minor illusions of, like, a mustache and a goatee.
There you go. There you go. I think we've been playing him technically in canon as not having facial hair. So if you decide you want to have facial hair, then you can. That process will happen over a number of days.
Yeah.
And if you want to do an illusion on your face, remember you have to recast it every hour to give yourself the mustache until
It just fades.
Yeah, and always rest after you're done. Well, there you go. If you'd like to send your own email into the show, it's super easy. All you got to do is go to therewillbedungeons.com and click the contact link right up top. It's super simple and easy, and we like hearing from you. I now pass to Bo all the things he needs to progress us forward in today's adventure. Bo, take it away.
Previously on There Will Be Dungeons. Last week, the week before, our party adopted a Cyclops. And last week, they had to figure out what to do with it. Stanley was technically adopted as guardian. He took it for himself, but promptly decided that he was leaving and left Vorel and Nash to figure that stuff out. Vorel and Nash wandered into the desert and got to know one another a bit better, and then finally worked cooperatively to decide what to do with Orp, which was to send him in the direction of north, telling him there was a paradise of mans to go eat. They also gave him a magical dagger that had the magic of one-way communication, where Orp could speak into the dagger, and that Nash or Vorel would be able to hear him, although they didn't explain exactly what device they would use to hear him. It doesn't really work.
Because he's dumb.
It doesn't work. They sent him north to the Paradise of Mans, and really, we don't know if there's a Paradise of Mans or anything there. It's a total roll of the dice on the part of, it's not Orp and Vorel, but Nash and Vorel.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Stanley and Hope decided to head back into town and to find out some information about Tylander, as they realized they killed him without getting too much from him. And so they returned to town and stopped in at the Buxom Confederate to see if anything was going on in there. And they found Celibus in there hiding, protecting his property, but was a little too cowardly to go out and to do anything himself. They continued on back to Tylander's house and found it had fallen into rubble. And there was a somewhat of a crater in the middle of the street with corpses of the Toyota Host army lying all around. And they also saw the coffin, or the casket rather, that Tylander's corpse had been carried away in was now empty. There was also an arm in the middle of the field, and it wasn't long before it viciously attacked Stanley, trying to choke and tear his throat out. They did manage to pin it to the ground, set it on fire, and cover it in dust and take it with them as they continued on exploring Slavetown and what's happened.
All right.
At this time, meanwhile, Vorel and Nash were out in the field, and they decided to part ways as Vorel had a private matter to attend to, and Nash returned to town to join up with Hope and Stanley. Vorel found women lizard folk who had come to see him, that had answered his cries in the desert not a few days before, to attempt to recenter his spirit when it came to his ethical compass and his purpose in the desert. And the priestess named Taipala touched his head and allowed him to enter a vision. And in this vision, Vorel saw a land of fire and sand, and he fought sand sharks and ultimately defeated them, but not before the sky came down and crushed him. But there, Vorel found the answers to that which he was seeking, and found a newfound power of flame. Back in town, Hope, Stanley, and Nash returned to Ladlebing's hotel, and there they encountered Athenalia, who had set aside any ego and humbly requested his assistance in finding out where Tylander was, because his powers had grown beyond the mortal realm, and that he believed that Catherine Speckles, who had mysteriously shown up and registered the deed to the chopper mine in the land claims office, also owned the 999th floor of the black mine. And it was uncertain what was going on down there, but Athenalia had surmised that perhaps this would be a very smart place to investigate the possible location of Tylander now. And after that, the party made some rations, and I think that's where we left off. But one last item. Once Vorel woke from his vision quest out in the desert, he was greeted by a familiar face, Bok Bok. Oh, and they decided that he didn't keep track of Giturt, his new girlfriend from the from the Sapphire, so they returned to town to attempt to rescue Giturt.
All right.
And that's it.
And you didn't
we continue on.
We don't, and my little outburst doesn't matter, right? We're good. We just know it was another outburst, right?
Oh, there was an outburst actually.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about that. It was an ugly time for all of us. All right.
They never cover everything on Previously On.
No, they never do. It's all generalized.
Maybe it'll come up on another Previously On in the future.
Yeah, and plus they added them to look weird. I get it. Here's a big finish. All right, that brings us current. Take us down the road, Bo.
All right. So Hope, Stanley, and Nash, you were at the hotel. You've made your rations. You've talked to Athanalia. Jolt, the lady in the red, is asleep at the diner table. Now, I don't recall if you guys decided that you were going to do a full rest or if you guys were going to do an investigation of town.
It was a combination of, because I took damage, I wanted to rest. I think. Didn't I?
Right, which would mean like retiring for the evening and taking a night to sleep, basically.
Right,
like 8 hours.
Because in my head, we were just waiting for Vorel before we embarked on anything big. But then Hope said something about rummaging around town, and I guess what I'm saying is I don't remember what everyone else was going to do.
Okay.
I wanted to get ammo and find a finesse weapon, like a machete. I don't know if a machete would count or not, but something like that before retiring for the evening.
Okay, so you want to find a machete specifically and ammo. Okay, so before taking any rest, like before retiring for an 8-hour rest, you wanted to do these things?
Exactly. Get everything ready for the adventure so
Okay,
that the next day.
is there anywhere in particular that you'd want to visit?
Let's see. A blacksmith was mentioned.
Well, there's the
totally
foundry.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't get demolished, did it? I don't think it did.
I think
I
it's
have,
still
I have to make sure. I have to refer to my notes to find out what buildings have been kicked in by the Cyclops. Yeah, but we'll say that's your intent. So you want to go to the foundry? It would be the foundry on the map.
And I would be going with Hope if that's where she's going.
Okay, so Hope and Stanley are both going to the foundry. Okay, and so Gerp, not Gerp. Sorry, wrong.
No, I love it. I love it.
Are you going? Are you staying? Are you going? Or...
Actually, I think maybe I'll go with Hope and just see what's on display before because I mean, if I'm turning in early, I just look like a schlub. I'll just wait for them to be done, and I'll go see.
So you're going to stick together and go to the foundry to loot it. Okay. So, all right. Now that I know that what you're interested in doing there, and I think we would say we're about 2-3 in the afternoon. Yeah, let's say late afternoon.
Yeah.
There's no time in this game.
Sure.
No one. I don't think any. Well, the timepieces might have a watch for you guys, but there's no time. Vorel. So when we left, you were out in the desert. Taipala had made you an offer to copulate at some point in the future. I assume there's a mating ritual in which you could probably attract her at a time later, known to lizard folk. You've reunited with Buck and had your conversation with him. What are you doing in the late afternoon?
We are beelining back to town then, because I was going to meet up with Nash.
Okay, and so was there any particular destination that you had in mind in town to find the folks?
No, because I don't know about the dungeon run yet.
Okay, so we'll say maybe center of town?
Yeah, I'd probably head straight to Lattlebings.
Okay, Lattlebings. All right. Cool. All right, so you guys head that direction. Now we know where everyone's at. Hope, Stanley, and Nash, you walk out back out into the road, and you see the sun now on the setting side of things. The sky is clear. It's still sweaty hot. You're all hot and dirty. And the town itself is silent. There's no sounds of anything, no animals that you can hear, no activity coming from the shit-eater pens in the back. It's deathly quiet. The ground, of course, is sandy and a little bit muddy from cars passing through it, and you do spy the footsteps of Orp from earlier this morning in the road. You exit Lattlebings and take a left and walk down towards the foundry, passing by the general store, the bakery, the land claims office, making your way down till finally you get to the foundry. There you find foundry is just a 1-floor house. It's got a veranda, and there's a sort of a double door entering into it, and the doors appear to be closed, and you hear no sounds from inside.
Okay.
We walk in, I guess.
Yeah, let's go in.
Okay, so you what's the march order?
I'll walk in first.
Yeah. John is with us?
Okay.
Or sorry,
Yeah, I'm with
Stanley?
you.
Okay, I want to go in the back. I'm going to lurk.
Are you going to go into the back of the house or
No,
back of the group?
back of the group.
Okay. You're lurking. Okay.
Yeah.
So you approach the door and you go to open it, and it's locked. The windows rattle and the door's locked.
I mean, we are on business from the magistrate. I don't think there's anything wrong with letting ourselves in.
I'd have to agree. We've got to get stocked up.
Well, what are you gonna do? Break it?
Yeah, where's the rock? How big are the windows? Could you break a window and then reach a hand in?
So the windows are barred up, so you could break the window, but you couldn't be able to reach your hand through.
Maybe we bust the
Can
door
you-
down.
Can you blast the door?
Well, I can
Okay.
try. DM question: can I blast the door, Bo, or am I gonna get in trouble here?
You can do whatever you want in this game.
Oh, geez.
Whatever your imagination can imagine, you can do. I like being able to answer that. It's great.
What if there's any value to me shrinking anything or blowing it up to get in? Like, is there
How many spell slots do you have left?
spell slots? Let's see. I've got
Spell slots. How many spell slots do you have?
I don't know. Hold on a
It'd
second.
be good to review that before you get your heart set on.
2?
Really?
Yeah, because I haven't done anything. All I did was get caught.
You enlarged Kyle.
Oh yeah, but that was that the same day?
Yeah, that was this morning.
Oh,
the
well
past
then-
3 episodes have all been in the same day.
Okay, then never mind. I have 0 slots available currently, so never mind. I can't do jack.
Yeah, you grew him, and I think you casted another one at one point. Now you have sorcery points, which you can convert into spell slots.
I don't want to do those yet. Not for a door. That's a terrible idea.
I mean, we could always just shoot the lock.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
All right,
that's-
I'll ready my shotgun and shoot the lock.
Let's hang back just in case, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that okay? Hang on. So you're going to shoot the lock.
Yeah.
Uh,
With your shotgun?
Yeah.
okay.
Sweet. Yeah, I think we're. If I'm gonna blow it in with like a fireball, that's like using a bulldozer when really you just need a pliers.
I guess I want you to be a little bit more specific, if you can, about using a gun to shoot a lock.
More specific.
What's your expectation of what will happen? Like, what do you can just fire at the lock? But
My expectation is it'll either bust the locking mechanism and breaking it so that the door opens, or it'll splinter the wood around the locking mechanism enough that we can fiddle with it.
Take it out.
Okay. So you can either shoot the lock or you can shoot around the lock.
Let's shoot the lock.
Okay. Roll an attack dice, please.
Alrighty. Oh, come back. Okay. There it is. All right, 17.
Okay. So you load a buckshot in, and bring it up, and you hold it close so you don't miss, right? And you fire. Boom! And there's a big boom, and then all of a sudden shrapnel flies everywhere, pshing, and it ricochets off of everything. And can everyone roll a dex constitution, a dex saving throw, please?
We should have specified how far back we went.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
A 20 for me, not natural.
That is a 24 for me.
18.
Nash. Okay. So you just hear pow, and you hear bing 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 pew 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 pew. All these metal parts like fly everywhere, and not metal but bullet just ricochets off of everything everywhere. The gunshot leaves a little a small little dent where the metal's pushed in on the lock, but it doesn't open it or blow the door through.
Well, that's a hell of a lock then.
Are there other windows around this place?
Well, there are a few windows. Yeah, they've got as you can see, like on the inside, you notice that there are some bars on the foundry to prevent easy access into the
Maybe we should have shot out the hinges on the side.
Oh, of the door?
Yeah. You know, like how SWAT teams go into doors.
Are the hinges made of the same metal as the
Hinges
locking
are made of a
mechanism?
very heavy metal. They're on the inside of the door, so really you don't see anything. Like, you know, the circle that you might see on a hinge, right? That part that juts out from the door, that's on the inside of the door, not on the outside.
So you can't even see those hinges, really.
I rolled a 19 investigate, looking for any other possible entrances.
Entrances at the front. Okay, so you look around the front just to see if there's an easier way in than forcing your way in through the front door. Your search comes up kind of empty. The one thing that you do find is towards the back there is one of those folding doors to go into a basement. And you know, the wood there seems like if you get an axe, you could probably, you know, cut your way through the wood at some point. You don't know much of it's got a lock as well on it, and without anyone with an ability to pick locks, it generally looks like you'll have to smash your way through to get through that door.
My staff has that nail on the end of it. I could try to, you know, pry the weaker door open or something. I don't know if it's going to do any good. I have a feeling it won't.
There's no magic you have that could get us through here, Nash.
Well, my
We're
slots.
gonna go to sleep soon anyway.
I got no slots. I'm slotless. I'm too tired and taking too much of a hit. I don't have what you need.
Well, there's also the ballistics place.
DM question: is it high? Is there a second floor we can see?
I know it's a one floor place. This
Okay.
place.
All right.
Yeah. So
there's no climbing up and sneaking in at a window or something.
That's right. That's
True.
It looks like all the windows are barred up.
We could hit the ballistics place, see if we can get something to open the door.
Yeah, we're gonna have the same problem there.
Did the general store have anything? Because you all bought clothes a bit ago, didn't you?
I mean, you can see it from across the street. I'm pretty sure it's a little bit down the road. You just walked by it. It had glass pane on the front and a door with like sort of a glass. Second top half had a glass on it. You don't remember seeing any security features on.
We could always hit that place first and see what we can find.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Like that, this has just become a looting simulation at this point.
So you walk back down the road a little bit and head over to the general store. It's a building fitted into next to other buildings like the post office and the antique place that's caved in because when Nash was making Orp pretend to throw magic, he put his fist through it by mistake.
Yeah.
The Orp did. The general store there looks all closed up. No lights are on. You don't see any movement inside. Or people.
Cool, I'll try the front door.
Okay, it's locked. It's sort of try the front door and it's been locked up.
But there's a big glass thing at the front, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take the butt of my shotgun and hit
Roll
it.
an attack roll, please.
Um, 18.
Okay. Damage dice.
Let's see. 4.
Okay, so you take your gun and the button, you tink, and you hit it, and you hear it, and you see a crack hairline crack sort of start to grow. And where you
Awesome,
hit
I'll
it, there's
keep
like a
hitting
little. All right, roll another attack roll.
Oh, jeez.
It's like a freaking ballistics windshield.
9.
Okay, this time the gun sort of slips from your hand a little bit, and you hit the wood and you miss it. Doesn't do anything. You can hit it
I'll
again.
cuss a little and then hit again.
Roll again.
We could always just throw Nash through it.
I mean, if Nash is okay with that, 12.
Okay, roll your damage dice.
Let's see, 5.
Okay, so this time you smash a hole into it, and so now there's like this sort of jagged shaped hole where it's very unsafe to crawl through, but you've managed to breach the glass, and this loud sound of glass sort of, you can hear it everywhere because the town is so quiet. And you've made it through, but you'll have to hit it some more to clear off the rest of the glass.
Cool. I'll do that. I'll make it as safe as can be made possible.
Okay, so you continue smashing the glass, and you use it maybe to clear off where someone might get cut, in the bottom of the thing, so you can climb on in. And after, let's say, 2 minutes, you've done smashing up the glass and made a safe little place for people to come in and out through the front window.
Awesome. Well, Stanley, Nash, shall we?
Yep, let's go shopping.
Okay, so one at a time in the order that you've previously described. You go in through the front window. It's quiet in there. As you make your way in, you didn't say you were doing it quietly, so you make your way and clamber in with these loud boot noises echoing throughout the building. So if anyone was in there, you're all aware that they would know, right? And so you get in, and you're in the store.
Okay.
Just to re-describe what was in there, it's a general store, so there appears to be cans of sand squid, an aisle, like it's in aisles, kind of like an old-timey store, it's a general store. And there's a counter where you remember the service agent that you dealt with earlier in the week was sitting. There's a little cash register, and in the back there are these bins with clothes. And Nash remembers, and it's got these clothes. There appears to be sand squid. There appears to be like a row for like household items like spatulas and forks and different utensils and pots made of steel and wood.
Is there any rope?
Well, you have to roll an investigation.
All right.
Fine,
I would like to investigate for rope. Uh, 13.
Okay, so you see towards the back that there are these car straps. So when you put something on top of your car, you can strap it down. There's actually a few of those in the back, and amongst that pile, you do find a frayed rope. It isn't the best of quality rope, but it's about a 20-foot rope and frayed rope.
Frayed on the ends? Or the whole thing's frayed?
Just the whole thing looks kind of sketchy.
Okay.
I will take the sketchy rope. I don't have any rope, and sketchy rope is better than no rope.
You've acquired sketchy rope.
Some real shady rope in this place.
Sounds like a
Frayed rope.
bad
It's not
mobile.
sketchy.
It's like a
Frayed.
bad mobile game
Frayed.
is what it sounds like. Sketchy rope, now on iOS. Anyway.
Okay,
I'll,
so what else do people want to do while they're in here?
I'll investigate for some sort of finesse stabbing thing. It could be a butcher knife. I was hoping for a machete, but just so I have something physical I can strap to my leg.
Roll
or
your
something.
investigation.
17.
Okay, so you come across a part of the store that has cooking utensils, things like that. These aren't like hunting knives, but you do see like knives that you would use to cut meat. There's a cleaver in there. Nothing resembling a machete, not industrial tools, but a lot of more kitchen, home supply type knives that could be used for stabbing. And the cleaver.
Sweet. Well, I'll take the cleaver.
Okay. You now have a cleaver. Add it to your inventory.
Nash will
Would
remember
that-
this.
It would be
Count as a
analogous to a knife in terms of damage and things of that nature, I think. Unless there's a cleaver item in D&D Beyond, I would just say that.
I think there's one, isn't there?
No,
No.
cleaver?
I thought
No,
there
That
was.
isn't
I think
like-
we
Like,
used-
there might be a like weapon cleaver. No, there's no cleaver.
I
Okay.
think dagger might be the closest.
Yeah, so that category fits a lot of different shapes and sizes. So you can say it's a cleaver, so it's cool, but it still
Yeah.
does the dagger stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's what I wanted.
Well, I'd still
Nash
like to
did-
get into the blacksmith if possible. Is there anything we can
Mhm.
find to help us get into there? Lock picks or I don't know, something heavy we could smash the door with? I'll do an investigation to see if I find anything
All right.
that meets.
Can you
either of
all
those.
do it? You're
Yeah,
all in.
let's
in
all
on
do
this,
it.
So you can all help search together. So let's get an investigation check from everyone.
9.
21.
Hold on. Do I have a thing? I do. +3, so 15.
Okay. So you conduct a thorough search of the premises, looking for something, anything to get into the secure foundry facility. The best you're able to come up with is that there's towards the back there is a wood stove that's not for sale. It's for the building. I don't know why in the desert they'd have a wood stove, but there's a wood stove for those cold nights. And you find kindling and a box of matches.
We could burn the door down.
The metal would survive.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and take it.
Okay. It's now yours.
I do an
You take
arcane.
kindling? How much kindling are you carrying? It's like little
Um,
pieces of garbage wood that you used to start fire.
I'll take, I don't know, just like a handful.
A cord.
Yeah.
So yeah, you take a handful of. You have a handful of kindling wood now.
Great.
Sweet. Garbage wood. Well done. I'd like to do an Arcana check in here to see if there's anything magical that we're not seeing or it's hidden behind something or just see if I can sense something.
Sure. Go ahead.
All right. Ugh. Hold on. 8. Ugh.
Yeah. So Stanley notwithstanding, you're the only source of magical energy in the building.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I sense him.
Well, shall we go see if we can get into the ballistics and explosive shop?
By all means.
Yeah, sounds great to me. There's also the apothecary, and I don't know what they'd have in there, but if it's not locked up.
We should check
I
it.
think we should check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to go there.
Oh, you're going to the apothecary first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whichever is on the way. Yeah.
Okay, so the apothecary is a windowless building, has no windows in it whatsoever, and it just says apothecary. There's a door in the front, however, and there's a picture of like a lady, in a lady of the night, kind of dressed provocatively. It's very faded on a piece of parchment next to it, and it has this picture that says come on in, and it's sort of just an interesting piece of paper attached to the
Clearly
wall.
what you're looking for when you go to an apothecary, I'm sure.
Stamina potions, I guess.
Hope. Just try the knob. Let's not
All right.
see if it works.
I'll try the door.
All right, you try the door, and a whoosh, sort of this scent of incense and smoke sort of just drafts out, and it smells great, but it's very pungent, very stinky. Like even though it's a nice smell, and it's sort of dark because you're outside in the sun. You go to look inside, there doesn't appear to be any strong source of illumination in there, so you can't really see in.
I'll walk in.
Okay. So you walk in, and as you enter, and your companions follow behind you, you see that this is a larger room, and there's you expect it to kind of be a store, but it isn't really a store. There appears to be a number of comfortable kind of beanbag couches surrounding this cauldron, this brass cauldron in the middle, and then the brass cauldron is smoldering. And as you walk in, can I get everyone to roll a dexterity save, please?
Sure.
No.
Uh-oh.
Who knew looting would be so dangerous?
13.
16.
16 also.
Okay, so Hope, as you walk in, you accidentally knock some beads that cause this ringing, like ling 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 ling, to come out, and you hear, oh, wait 1 minute, please. Wait 1 minute. I'm on my way down. And you hear sort of like as if someone started moving and was like maybe, just a lot of banging going on as I'm coming. I'll be down in a minute. And after, so this person's making noise upstairs, and you're now in the room hearing this.
Do we say?
I mean, sure, let's see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay. And so you wait a moment, and then you hear down the stairs, oof, 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 oof. And at the bottom of from the corner where these stairs are coming out from the bottom, you see rather like sort of 4-foot woman, tiefling, has horns on her head, is is very pink and purple, very light skinned for a tiefling. Comes out and she's wearing, well, she looks like she just threw her dress on right away, but she's got this kind of one piece summer dress kind of thing. Very strange for this. She looks very flamboyant for this part of town. She goes, "Hello, 1 second, please sit down. Have a seat. I'll be with you." And then she moves aside. The cauldron's not very heavy. It's this brass cauldron, and she sort of moves aside where it is, and then she brings this folding table up and brings the table out, and she sits down and says, "Hello, welcome to my apothecary. What can I do to help you? I haven't had a customer in quite a while."
I thought everyone was evacuated. How come you weren't evacuated with everybody else?
I didn't hear of an evacuation. Why are we evacuating?
Well, there's a rather large monster on the loose that was smashing up the town.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
As well as an evil warlock that was bringing people back from the dead.
You mean like a tiger?
No.
What?
What kind of large monster?
Like a cyclops, like...
A cyclops in town? Incredible.
You don't seem worried at all.
Oh, it's like I always say, if something bad's gonna happen, it's going to happen. There's no use worrying about it.
Why?
Listen, it's enough about me. What can I do for you? You've come into my store. Is there something I can... Do you have parts that hurt?
Well, we're going on an adventure, and we were wondering if you had any potions that might help us that we could bring along with.
Yes. Yeah, potions. I have some potions.
What do you mean parts that hurt? Like, if I had an arm problem, you could...
Well, if you have a sore thigh, I've got some cream that you can rub on it, and it will relieve the pain.
Do you want her to rub cream on your thigh, Nash?
No, but I do have a part that's hurt, but it's under a bed in the solar mines.
What part of you hurts? What are your names? Let me get to know you. If I'm going to be helping you with your ailments, so I should really know your names. I'm Maripold Bania.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Maripold. I'm Hope. It's
a beautiful name. Not a tiefling name, though. What's your real name?
Oh, well, it's Hope now.
And then she puts a hand on your hand, like if you're sitting down, so she puts a hand on yours. She's like, "It's really good to meet you.
It's
I
nice
think
to
we'll
meet
be
you."
friends."
Yes. And this is...
My name is Stanley Billings. Pleased to meet you.
Hello. You're a handsome young man.
Oh, why, thank you.
I look from Stanley to her.
And he doesn't look well. Who are you? Who?
Nash Maggard of the Solar Mines.
Oh,
I don't know if it's a pleasure to meet you yet. Maybe.
What? Oh. well, I never. Listen, you said you had something. You said you had something that hurt.
It's a long story. It's more of a phantom limb kind of problem.
Let's focus more on Hope's request.
I have a cream for phantom limbs.
You don't want to go down this road, Maripold. Nash is a crusty, crabby fellow.
No. This is... I am a professional. This is what I do. I tell me, Mister, Sir, or Nash. You said you had a phantom limb. Like, is there a ghost haunting your limbs?
I don't know what it's doing right now, but here's what I know. We're about to embark on a pretty scary adventure. Let's call it another favor to try to save people, which I'm getting kind of tired of. But nonetheless, we're here to see if there's anything you have that will help us in this regard. Don't worry about my phantom limb.
I don't know if anything I have would help on an adventure. Maybe after the adventure, you need some cream for your injuries.
We should take some with us. What does it cost?
Oh, just we can give you this container here. It's of this special ointment. It costs you 3 gold pieces.
What's it made out of?
several different ingredients. Do not trouble yourself with what it's made out of.
Now, does this actually have healing properties, or does this simply make one feel better from their aches and pains?
It's pain relief. It's not going to sew an arm back on or cure you of gout.
Does this town have a regulatory body that will approve this as working? Like, how do we know your claim is that this will work is real? I don't want to
Nash,
give my.
you are a walking disease of a human being, and you're worried about safety regulations.
Look, you can't be too careful.
I mean, I think maybe I can give you a sample and you can try it. And if you like it, you'll come back and buy some. And if you don't, then we can still be friends. Yes, I want to be friends with her. You can't have her back. She's my friend now.
All right. To this, I take my sleeve on my awful arm. I roll it up and I slam my meaty, freaking pustule-covered awful arm with all the tumors on it. And I go, boom, and I say, all right, sample me up.
Okay, so
this always hurts. This always hurts right here, and I'm pointing at the forearm.
She takes out her cream and she has like sort of a container, and it's this pail. She puts the pail down from beside the chair and up. She scoops out a good chunk of cream. She's definitely not holding back, and begins applying it to your arm. She says, "There, does that not feel better?" She starts applying it, but she's very. Does this hurt? She sort of rubs hard a little bit, like she's trying to really get it into your pores.
And I go,
oh, sorry. She starts rubbing more gently. She's getting it there. She's like, there we go. You should start feeling it work in just a minute.
have you ever heard of placebo?
I know what placebo is. This isn't placebo. This is a wonderful natural remedy. Like I said, it's not going to cure what ails you. It's going to provide you with relief from your pain.
If this works, I'll give you 3 coins and you can give me a jar of the stuff. That's what you're telling me.
I mean, if you want something stronger, I have morphine.
Whoa. That's an opioid. All right, I'm gonna.
Do you have a prescription from the doctor to fill?
No.
You can also go see, there's a doctor down the road on Hell Street. You can visit the doctor, and if he has a prescription, I can give you some of the harder stuff.
I don't think he's here. I think he was evacuated with everybody else.
Well, I'm here.
Yeah. Well,
You should really not have more faith in healthcare professionals.
it won't matter if this place is dust with your limp body on top of it because a cyclops got hungry. Do you take my meaning? And I yank my arm back and I pull the sleeve down roughly and then just stare off into the corner.
All right, you're rolling an intimidation check, whether you want to or not.
I was hoping for that. 14.
I mean, you could have just.
Oh, wait. That's more than that. Intimidation, 14, 15, 16. No, 17, sorry. 14 plus 3 is 17.
20!
17.
She starts to get nervous and she says, I think maybe I have the thing for what ails you.
I go, what do you mean?
Would you be willing to try something a little more experimental?
What are the side effects?
We really need to calm him down. Hope, is he always like this?
He has his moods, but we all have moods, so no one can be blamed, right? I mean, I'd probably be pretty upset if I had tumors on me as well.
Next to Hope, I mouth, he's always like that.
Yeah, but the reason I'd say to her, I say, if you'd have been through what I've been through today, what time is it? What time is it?
Like late afternoon.
Okay. If you'd have seen what I saw, you'd be grumpy too. It's got nothing to do with you, Nurse Ratchet. I'll try your thing. I need a guarantee I'm not going to explode or walk out of here and die. I need to know what you're giving me isn't horse shit.
Okay. Look, we won't die. You'll feel great. There's really, it's just not, it's not really considered a medicine for anything, but it helps some people calm down when they're feeling anxiety or they're feeling stressed or pain. It helps ails. It helps to soothe what ails you in your mind. She pats her head and you hear the And she takes out a little vial, and it's got a little cap in the vial.
Yeah.
And it's got this dust in it, and she says, "Here, just drink, eat that."
All right.
And this one, the first one, on me. If you need more, I'll have to charge for it. It's very expensive, but it will help you.
All right. I'll try it. And I throw it back, gulp it down,
Okay.
slam it back down.
You roll a Constitution check, please.
Yes. Let's see. Hold on a second. That's +3, so 14 total.
Okay. All right.
Now
So as
addicted to methamphetamines.
as you down the vial, she comes out. She gets this other sort of beanbag chair. She takes both of your feet and puts them up, and then sort of comes to the back of your chair and like starts patting in such a way that you're more leaning back and lying down and relaxing. She's like, "There, just relax, just relax." She goes to a table off to the side where you see a pitcher and a few cups, and she pours this like red juice into a cup, and she gives it to you, Nash, and says, "Here, just relax. You're in a safe place now. You are safe here, child."
All right.
You take the cup.
Yeah, I'll take it. And that's the thing I can drink also?
Yeah, you can drink that if you like.
All right.
I think it's more. It's not. This isn't the. It's just intended to relax you.
Okay. So I'm going to drink. I'll sip it.
Okay. So you sip the drink, and it tastes like tangy but alcoholic.
Okay.
It's wine. It's wine, but you haven't had wine in a really long time. It's delicious. It's this red wine. It's you drink it all immediately. It's so good. It's like you take a little sip and then boom, it's almost done.
Okay.
Already.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Maripold comes back to you, Hope, and says, I feel something. I feel something around you. Yes? Danger follows you, yes?
Oh, well, yes, but isn't that everyone's life here?
So she pulls out her little table and she says, "Would you like to know what is around the corner? What is coming for you?"
Sure, sounds like fun.
She reaches into her dress and she pulls out a stack of cards. She puts them on a table and starts riffling them. She's like, "Through the magic of these cards, it can perhaps give you a clue as to what is next for you."
Sounds fun. And
Yeah.
I'll look at Stanley nodding with a smile on my
You
face.
first have to cross my palm with gold. And she holds out her hand.
How much gold?
Search your soul and you will know.
I'll drop 10 gold in her hands.
Okay. She looks at it and bows, closes her eyes, pulls back, puts the gold into like a pocket somewhere, and she starts shuffling the cards. Are you ready, my child?
Yes.
All right. Can you roll 3d20, please? And give me the results of the individual rolls.
An 8,
Okay.
a 19, and a 17.
Okay, so just a moment. Okay, so she shuffles the cards and makes this pile and piles them all around and says, "Select the card from the pile."
All right, I select a card.
Okay. You take out the card and you have it now face down in front of you, and she takes the remaining cards and puts them into a stack. You can reveal the card now.
Oh, and I'll flip it over.
Okay, and you reveal it over and you see this what looks like a man who's wearing a shirt but like no pants, but the shirt's long enough to cover anything. And he's got like this staff with these leaves on it. You've never seen, except maybe in books, pictures of leaves, and now here's another one of these green things, leaves. And it says Wandario on the bottom. She's like, "Okay, now we're going to do it again." She takes the cards, she starts shuffling them around. Then she puts the pack of cards face down to you and says, "Okay, select another card."
Okay, I select another one and then I flip it over.
Okay. And again, you see another man in this weird sort of frilly shirt and a cape with the staff, these things on it. and it's like almost the same card, but the art slightly different. It's strange. She goes, All right. She puts her cards down one last time for the third card. She's okay. Now select the final card, please.
Okay, I'll select the final one and flip it over.
And you see it again. This time you see what looks to be a man on a throne with a sword in his hand. That's what you have as your last card. Okay, and she says, Juan Dario. And you have another man like that. She says, give me your palm.
Okay, I'll give my palm.
All right, and she puts her hand down. We need to speak privately. Can you come upstairs with me?
Yes. I'll be right back down, guys, I guess. How are you holding up, Nash?
All right. I look over at Stanley and I go, I don't think she's a real doctor, dude.
You go to wait before that happens. You go to talk to Stanley, and then you blink. Stanley's there, and then Stanley's not there. There's a coat rack.
Oh,
Stanley,
shit.
so you see Nash say this to a coat rack.
Oh, no.
And for your part, Nash, you feel really, really relaxed. Like right now, basically the beanbag chair you're in is basically, you're almost worried it's a claw, and it's an animal that's got its hold on your butt, and you're never going anywhere again. It's just firmly got you. You can't get up. Even though in the real world nothing's changed, your body's become very heavy and relaxed.
Okay. I can't really move.
If you need anything, I'll be right down here.
Sounds good, Stanley. I'll let you know.
Okay. All right. So, Maripold sort of saunters up the chair upstairs. Come up here, child. She gets to the top of the stairs. There's a door right at the top, so she opens it and beckons you in, and you enter this other room. It's like a living room. It's probably where she lives. Her main place of business being on the main floor. So there's a couch there and there's a few chairs. It's no windows in this place, so it's very, very dark except for a few candles. And she beckons you sit on the couch, and she sits in this chair, and you got kind of this therapist thing going on at this point. The way the couch and the chair are, it's kind of like she sits down and she's like, "Your friends who are with you, they're going to die."
We all are going to die at some point,
No,
though,
but I
yes?
mean, they're going to die imminently. There's a great beast that hurtles towards them through the night that I saw. And it's going to kill them all. And it may kill you too. Well, so whatever path you're on right now, you should get off of it. Do you have a home, a family? Do you have somewhere to return to?
No. Ford is my only home.
Did you say Florida?
Ford. Moving forward.
Okay.
But yeah, Florida. Florida right, baby.
Sorry, I just heard. Okay. It's just this path that you're on, it's a path of destruction. I have never seen vision so dark. It scares me, it haunts me, and I've talked to your friends. Now Stanley seems like a nice man. Maybe you could leave him here with me. But take Nash with you. Maybe lose him. and then find a safe place to live out the rest of your life safely. Have some kids. Raise a family. This path you're on will kill all of you.
Was there any indication it could be stopped? Or there was a way around it?
I had the feeling that there was a great struggle to stop all of it, but that it ended up in compromise with demons. And that compromise with demons ultimately led to your destruction.
So don't compromise with the demons.
I mean, we know our ancestry. I would say avoid avoid it at all costs, right? We have our side of ourselves, our devilish natures that we try to keep under check in order to integrate with common folk. But we know the end result is always destruction. It's avarice and selfishness. There's whatever path you're on will end poorly for you, child. Maybe you could stay here too and help me run the apothecary.
Oh, no, I don't think
There's a
any
handsome
going
young
back.
tiefling man in town too. Perhaps I can introduce you?
No, I can't leave this.
Okay. And she says, so what I've given your friend, Nash, what I've given to him, it's meant to relax him. It's called pixie blush. Now, I can give you more of it to help keep him under your control. But it'll, cost about 20 per gram of pixie blush. And it's because it's very expensive to manufacture. I'm not trying to gouge customers.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
think you
no,
would buy some?
No, Nash is fine the way he is.
He may want some more.
Well, maybe when we get back, if he wants some more, we'll get him some more.
Okay, but I strongly encourage you, child, to get off this path you're on.
Thank you for your advice.
Okay, we can go back downstairs so we don't look too rude, all right? But don't tell your friends they're all gonna die. Don't tell them.
I'll nod and follow.
Okay. So you guys return back downstairs and sit on the beanbag chairs, and she says, would anyone like some dinner? And she sort of she moves the brass cauldron back and she says, I'm making sand squid soup in here.
We'd love to, but I think we have other stores to hit up. Yes?
Yeah, I think we appreciate the hospitality, but we do have other things we have to tend to.
Oh, very well. You know where to find me, and child, heed my advice, please.
Thank you, Marigold.
Okay. And
Nash,
sort of,
are you ready to go as well?
What?
So
Sorry,
Nash,
what?
Right now, the world is kind of wavy.
Oh boy. Okay.
But you feel good. You feel pleasant. Nothing hurts on you.
Okay. All right. I might need a hand.
I'll go over and offer a hand.
Okay.
Oh, thank you,
As
Mary Lou.
as you take Hope's hand, sparkles come out, like sparkles of like, shing, like shiny, shimmering Disney sparkles. Just fly out after the connection happens between your hands.
Okay.
And then you have her hand now, and you're sitting there holding her hand.
Come on,
All right.
Nash. We need to get going.
Sounds good, Mom. And now I'm gonna lean on her and she's gonna lead me. I'm not gonna try to drive it.
Okay. All right. So you can't really walk super fast right now. You're kind of, when people walk but they kick their feet like kids do. That's kind of how you're walking right now.
Okay.
Any faster and you might risk falling.
All right. Well, I'll keep it at a pace, as long as Hope's okay with it.
You make your way back out into the street.
I just realized there was something that I think I might have missed in the general store. Do you mind going ahead to the ballistics and I'll catch up with you?
Not at all. We'll see you when you return.
All right. I shouldn't be but a moment.
Sounds good, Frankie.
I need to replace my lantern that I lost.
Oh, right.
I forgot about that.
Roll your investigation for your lantern then, if that's
15.
okay. 15. So you do find a lantern in there.
Sweet.
It's like a coal miner's lantern.
All right.
Love that song.
All right, so add a lantern to your inventory. All right. So you're going to resume returning to the explosives place once you're done there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's time we checked in with Vorel, but not before taking a break.
Wow.
I think we're gonna break early on this one,
All right.
and we'll be right back.
Oh man, Vorel, we've left you hanging, buddy. But we're about to get back to you. So stay tuned, everybody. We're going to take a quick one. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, sorry, we have to go early. I'll be right back though.
It's all good. who? I'm not sure, though.